Woo! What's up, guys? It's been like a week or so. For me, I ended up having the flu. So today we're going to actually be working on the fuel system. Finally got fuel hat, fuel lines, and everything we need to do the fuel system. So yeah. Anyways, that is what we're going to be doing today. Let me get the fuel lines. But let me show y'all what we got. We got us a Division X fuel hat. Got that. It's got two Marlboro 450s, which is going to be plenty more than what we need for the for this setup. So been working on off camera a little while for getting things done. All right, I can only do one hand, so we have to come back. But I've been getting a few things here and there done. We got the battery cable finally run. Got all the lugs done on it. Can't remember what I posted in the last video. I'll show y'all everything we did. We got like this video, and I believe one or two more videos before we do the final crank up, or at least try to get it crunk up. There's a lot. It's probably about a month or two out before I get everything done where we can actually crank it up. But let me show you what I've done so far. Oh yeah, I pulled the dash. So so I ended up pulling the dash. A whole lot easier. We're officially going to have brakes. I got the brake booster installed, which wasn't too terribly hard, but you got to take that brake assembly out. Well, got to take, not the brake assembly, but the brake bracket that holds the brake pedal. You had to take it out, but it's a lot easier with it with the dash out. So we got that done. Also, we got our dash bezel for the Holley dash put in, along with the dash itself. So we are going to be using Evil Energy fuel lines. I got a fuel filter. Not 20, 10 AN here, and what do you call it? 8 AN. We're going to do a 8 AN split from the 10 to the back of the fuel rails. Go to the fuel rails, and it'll go to our nice little mount here for our fuel regulator. Get that taken care of. We are going to actually be mounting our fuel regulator right here. It'll come under and all that, and I'll show y'all as I go. I have been procrastinating this for some time, so I figured no better time than the present to go ahead and start working on it. Man, can't clear my throat today for some reason. But yeah, we're going to start working on that. First things first, we need to drop the fuel tank, get rid of the stuff that we don't need. It's fairly easy, a lot easier than it was on my Camaro. We're going to unplug the fuel lines, and I believe the evap stuff, start ripping it on out, and I believe the fuel filter's up in there too. And we're going to drop the tank. And with this kit, the Division X from Lethal Performance, I'll be able to utilize a fuel level sending unit. This is the Cobra one, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Cobra one. So we'll need to take it off, take the stock one off, and I got a new plate for the GT model. So I'm going to start working on getting the fuel tank out and update y'all as I go, as I usually do, because I am only one person and I'm probably going to fight it more than I am actually going to get done. So if you don't know how to pull one of these out, for the most part, I think it's like 3 bolts. I had to get a light, but you gotta take the bolts out from here that hold the fuel neck. So you can tell I ain't got nothing but mess up in here right now. You got three bolts holding the fuel neck in there, and when you drop it, it'll slide out because there's a grommet going from the fuel neck into the tank. So I'm going to work on getting that done and getting her dropped on. When we get her dropped, we'll start plumbing and all that great stuff. So I'm going to work on doing that. Alright, as you can see, we got the mess right there. Fuel, there's some fuel in there. We got the fuel tank out. Just got done getting the fuel lines out, so we got that done. Only concern I'm running into right now is when I poured the last little bit of gas out here. Now granted, it could have been water, but it was a little rusty side. But as you can tell, we got the fuel tank out. Drag it back in here. And I guess to solve the rust issue, we're going to look in the tank. Hopefully we ain't got to get another tank, but you know, if it comes down to it, we will. All I have to do is find one in the junkyard. I believe those are 8mm. I think I had one out. Gotta find it. But let me find the tool for this so I can get these out, and we'll continue on. Check out this fuel tank and see what kind of issues we're gonna run into. Hopefully no rust. Keep y'all's fingers crossed. Alright, so got those 8 bolts, so let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Oh man, I forgot about this. Oh, there we go. You gotta finagle it out. Let's see. May have to do this by 2 hands. Alright. Alright guys, so I got bad news. It done got hot. There's a lot of rust in that tank. Let me show y'all. It's not what I was looking forward to. Not sure if I want to run that. Might get on Marketplace, see if I can't find one. Let me show y'all what I got here. Alright. I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now. Man. Let's see. Y'all see it. Not sure if I'm gonna run that. What I will try to do, I'll probably put some acetone or something in there to maybe get what I can out of it, but not sure if I want to run that. So it's a lot of rust, but not going to stop there on this video. I am going to continue. I'm just going to go ahead and start routing the lines, get those set up. Like I said, we're going to run the feed back over here into the corner where the stock one came from, which is right there. As you can see, I still haven't done nothing with that wire. It's just been hanging. So we're going to run it back to the stock location as much as we can. It's going to be some thick lines, so yeah. It may not fit like it needs to be, but we're going to try to make it fit as best as we can. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the fuel line out, start running it, I reckon. But yep, that's where we're at on the fuel tank. Not sure if I'm going to run it though. So I'm going to think about it. I'm going to run the lines and see where we land with it. Y'all will know if I'm going to run it or not, because it's going to take me a lot longer to run these fuel lines and everything today. So, and I'm rambling on. I'm going to go ahead and get started making these lines for the rails to go down, and keep on rocking on. Update y'all as I go. Alright guys, so I know I didn't mention it just a little while ago about what fuel lines I was running. Of course, Evil Energy, using their fuel lines. Used them on the Camaro, they did fine, and I'm going to use them on this. So I've already got one done. Like I said, we're doing to the fuel rails first. We're going to put the Y near the bottom of the rocker, and go that route, because I don't know, that's where I want to put it. So we're going to put the Y down there near the bottom of the rocker. We're going to run these down the fender liner or fender wall, firewall, whichever one, and meet up to the Y that we have laying over there. So I'm using some old PTFE line I had laying around. Just going to use what I got before I cut into the new stuff. Rocking and rolling. Simple stuff. So I'm going to continue on. Probably going to put y'all on a time lapse on doing this, because you know, I don't see everybody wanting to see me show you how to do PTFE lines. So I always use this tool, or try to. Makes turning the fittings a lot easier. So get you a vice grip and do it. Make your life a whole lot smoother, especially if you go anything above a 10 AN. So I'm going to continue rocking on, put y'all on a time lapse, and finish out these fittings.
Clock, about to break the lock. coming in hot, taking the top spot. Yeah, I never stop, watch me make the drop. Whole world's gonna feel the shock when the bass knocks. Pressure's on, can you feel the heat? Everybody on that beat. Get ready, here we go, can't be beat. This is the moment, we ain't backing down. Tear the whole place, straight to the ground. Bring us down, here we about this time. Put the ground on, yeah, we on it now. Back on the track with a new attack. Got the whole squad, yeah, I got the pack. No turn back, ain't no time for slack. Spinning straight facts on this rock track.
Guys, I don't know if y'all can see my face. Anyways, what we got here is our fuel pressure regulator with a nice little mount from ICT Billet. I bought this back when I had the Camaro. Planned on putting it where, you know, I wanted to, but things just didn't work out. So, needless to say, we're going to be using it on this build. Might as well use it where, you know, we can use it. What this does is it mounts it to the head right here, and you know, this is the passenger head. I don't know if the camera's flipped it or whatever, but needless to say, this is the passenger head. You can do the same thing on the driver's side head, but we're going to use this. And what's comes with nice little Allen heads. I'm just going to loosely put it on here. Well, putting it way too far down. Alright. I was going to say I've had it up here before. Alright. Get it in there fairly decent. And well, so it's going to sit something like that. What I want to do here is I'm just going to leave that mounted. Can't do the other one just quite yet, just because I got to order another fitting for the driver's side. Once we get it, that'll be for another day. But basically, I believe I'm going to run it this way to this side and this side to that side. That, you know, driver to driver, passenger to passenger, just because that's going to simplify the routing of the fuel lines instead of crisscrossing them. I've seen people do that, but just looking at it, it ain't gonna be too bad. But that's where we're going to mount our regulator. Kind of clean, you know. It's not mounted over here on the strut tires by some self tappers or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to making these lines, and hopefully I got enough fittings. And I might have to order a fitting or two. So yeah, we'll keep on rocking on. Alright guys, whoa. Alright, so we got this little deal right here done. Not the most ideal way I wanted it to happen, but it'll work. So I'd rather put it right there than over here anyway. So we got the fuel lines coming in. or not coming in, but getting done. We got to order that fitting for the nitrous stuff. That's going to supply our fuel to the fuel side of the nitrous solenoid. We got these two. I had to change them out to 45s because the way I plan on putting that piece, that Y piece right here, I'm going to mount it there some way or somehow, and it'll help keep the fuel lines off this piece. It's not sharp or anything. It's just, you know, just keep them off of there. Better safe than sorry. Still got to clean that out. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to run this tank just because of how rusty it is. I may either have to order a new tank or actually find one that's not so rusted out. I was afraid that might happen. But probably going to have to wait to see it see in the next clip. It may be 2 weeks from now before I decide something. We're working on this thing slowly but surely. But yeah, gotta wait on a few things to come in, and I'll see y'all in the next clip. Alright, we're back. Got the freaking fan going because it's freaking hot out here today. Oh, let's see if I can get some light, some air in here. Alright. So, I left off the clip earlier. Had to get a fuel tank because the other one was garbage. Guess what? Hit that marketplace up. We got some fuel tank. Only downfall. Took the pumps out. We need to get some fuel line to go on here. Had some end up being too long. The pumps were not all the way in like they should have been. The pumps need to be bottomed out on that piece for it to fit in the tank. So we're running into that issue. I can get that at the parts store, whatever. The other issue is we need to get the fuel level sender. Apparently the sender that was in my stock tank was actually an aftermarket fuel assembly style deal. So this is the little mount for the fuel level sender. As you can tell, it just bolts onto the fuel hat. So this is the old one. The wire broke on it. Found one, went and got it. It was free, so I took up on it. Ended up breaking the wire on that one too. So now what I gotta do is I gotta order a fuel level sender, take it off and put it onto that piece so we can put it onto the fuel hat. I did get the some stuff done while waiting on getting other stuff. So I finished up the fuel lines. See, I went from here to over here. Ended up getting this piece. This is going to feed our fuel nitrous solenoid. I'm not all thrilled about it. The only thing I think I'm going to have to lengthen that line, but I need to get a throttle cable because that throttle cable is not going to work. It's too short. So we got to do that. Seeing as I ran into the issue the other day and had to pretty much quit, I did do some other things, so let me show y'all. I'm excited about this. Hold on. Let me go around. This is going to be a lot easier. Show y'all. So we finally got our shifter mounted. And that came out freaking clean. Ended up cutting a hole in there. Got this from Car Change 3D Car Change, whatever. Corey Nicholson. Got that. Like I showed y'all, I got the mount for the dash, Holley dash too, so that's in there. But yeah, she ain't going nowhere. I got to mount up the cable and run it there. But enough on that. What we're going to start today is we're going to start running the feed line. gonna run it to at least the I'll tell you here in a second. Fuel filter. We're gonna run an Evil Energy fuel filter. I may replace it later. I'm gonna try to put that in a stock location. Or I could actually just get a stock fuel filter, but I ordered that one for like, I think it was like $30. So we're doing that. Trying my hands in 3D printing. So here's my first one. Got some nice mounts for the dash 10. I gotta make a smaller size on this one for the dash 8. So, but that's the start of it. We're gonna use this Y and start running fuel line. I already showed y'all where I did the two feeds right here, so it should come up like that, and it'll tuck up underneath the fender liner. So what I'm gonna go ahead and start doing is start running all this fuel line. So wish me luck. I'll update y'all as I go. But yeah, how y'all like that fuel line set up? But yeah, I'm gonna start running this feed line so we can go ahead and knock this fuel system out. And I may just end it after this because this video is getting drawn out. Just because of the simple fact of I gotta get fuel lines and I gotta wait for a fuel level cylinder. I'll go ahead and explain this. Fuel level cylinder is just gonna mount on the side right here, and it's simple, guys. So, but again, Division X from Lethal Performance. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this fuel system out and show y'all how I got it routed. Sorry for the rain, guys. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so I'm done with this video. It's not been one thing, it's been another, but y'all understand where I'm going with this. So I got the fuel side run, the feed side, my bad, the feed side. So we're gonna get fuel regardless. It might leak, but we're getting fuel. So we got the fuel regulator done. It's complete. I'm gonna show y'all. Ooh, it's getting chilly. Went from hot to cold. All right. So I said that I was gonna run the fuel lines back like I was, and I showed y'all the 3D printing stuff that I did. I haven't quite used the 3D printing stuff all together because I haven't made enough. It's more or less just a test fit. So I'm gonna get up underneath here and show y'all what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. So let me show y'all. So this is gonna be the back of the tank, I believe. Yes, back. So the fuel lines are gonna come straight here. The fittings come straight out like that. So y'all get a better understanding of how the line is going to be run. So the fittings come straight backwards. Oh! So, alright, this is going to be hard to show. So we got the lines right here. I mean, I may end up having to, I don't know, I think those would be fine. They're going to be, those are the 2 feed lines on the fuel rails. Those are going to be off, they're going to be hidden behind the tire fender well anyway. They'll probably rest up against it, as long as I don't blow out or anything. So, let me get my camera. Alright, I'm going to show y'all this. So y'all see that. Let's see, make sure I get all zoomed out. So that's pretty nice. They don't come out unless you actually pull them. So I have riv nutted this in along with every hose clamp. I have not, those are not self-tappers. Those are actually rib nutted in. So if you own a new edge, just FYI, those stock brake line holders and fuel line holders, those do work with the 10 AN. So that's fairly nice, because that allowed me to use the clamps right here. I may put one up here, I doubt it, but you see that? I've still got a mounted battery cable. Yes, we are running it underneath the car. Alright, there's two of these, so that's fairly nice to use. Got it routed up. Alright, and I got the fuel filter. That is rib nutted. I haven't done this side. It ain't going nowhere, guys, I promise you. And this is where the fuel tank's gonna sit. So we'll put a 90 right here and move it around. So you see that. Oh, we've got the fuel kit done. Fuel cell, not fuel cell. Fuel system. I'll get it out eventually. We've got the fuel system done on the car. Thank God. I am done finally. We're that one step closer to cranking this thing up. Like I said, I'll be doing things off camera. I showed y'all the shifter. I still need to put the shifter cable in. Still need to finish that up. I need to put the dash back in. I need to get a Holley CAN cable, the CAN bus cable, to go from the dash to the computer. I need to get an extension for that because it will not reach. Let's see. For the most part, everything is coming slowly to be done. The next video, if y'all watch this far, the next video will be suspension. We're doing a full suspension overhaul on this car. Probably ain't what everybody wants, but it is what it is. I plan on, this is not going to be a straight race car. It is going to be something we can take to the track, play around with. It blows up, we'll go get another 5.3 throw off in there. That's my goal. I am done building motors for the time being. Gotta do a few things on the wiring part. I gotta order some wire for the fuse box, because where we're gonna mount it, it's not gonna make it to the front. We gotta run in the 2 wires for the input and 2 wires for the output. So basically 4 wires. I'm gonna go with the same type of wire they have in there already. But yeah, we are one step closer to being cranking up. Hopefully everything works out well. I'm gonna try to get the dash in sometime this week. Not in too much of a rush. I do need to order a throttle cable, so that is something I got to do. I ain't got no choice. But yeah, I believe that's gonna wrap it up for this video. That is our fuel system. Y'all see what we're gonna be using. Hopefully it'll be enough. Next few videos we're gonna be doing suspension. Go ahead and at least mocking up the nitrous kit. Start getting the solenoids and everything. Start getting those wired in. I gotta make a fuse little relay panel for it. We're gonna have purge and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been slowly ticking things off the board of things to do. So yeah, I'll probably update y'all in the next video whenever I get the return line done. The return line, I'm just going to do a 90 from there and all the way to the back. So that's the goal, anyways. If you like this video, hit that like button. I'm trying try and do quality videos, but when you're only one person, it's hard to kind of film and do everything. So yeah, hit that like button if you like it. If you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support I can get. I guess I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully I'll have a lot more done and not taking so long with these videos. So we'll catch y'all in the next one.